Hey friends, it's Jacqueline here. In today's video, I'm bringing you a review, demo, swatches, and this eyeshadow look using the brand new NATASHA DENONA Mini Metropolis palette. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to know all the details about this new Holiday 2021 NATASHA DENONA Mini Metropolis palette, then just keep on watching. So far, NATASHA DENONA's Holiday 2021 collection looks very petite, and I really mean it because we have only seen two mini eyeshadows. One that comes in an ornament style kind of packaging called the Baby Glam, which I went ahead and purchased it. And I also purchased the Mini Metropolis palette that we have it right here. Honestly, it was kind of like a blind purchase. I wasn't reading. I have been so busy, my friends. You have no idea. And I just did my purchase without knowing that both palettes contains repeated shades from other palettes from NATASHA DENONA. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. But I do have quite a bit of a collection from NATASHA DENONA, so this will help just to guide whether if you don't have a lot of palettes from NATASHA DENONA or you didn't want to buy a big palette from her, this will be best for you. Today, obviously, I'm going to be talking only about the Mini Metropolis, and I purchased this little palette from Sephora. Now, it's also available at Beautylish, and I will be leaving all the details of my makeup, where to find this palette right here, all the details on the description box below for your convenience. Now, this mini holiday exclusive comes also with a mini brush, and the cost is $25, which I think, honestly, it's a bargain. Don't get me wrong, I mean, there's many eyeshadows that you can buy them at the drugstore that they cost less expensive, but for NATASHA DENONA, she has kept her price at $25 for these mini palettes. I think it's great. Now, this holiday exclusive kind of set comes also with a mini brush. Now, my mini brush is a blender brush. It looks really nice, but it came a little bit like wonky right here. Nothing that a good wash will not solve, but I felt like, oh, I wish it was like perfect, but it just got a little bit smush. And now to what you came for, the Mini Metropolis palette. It looks super cute. I honestly really love the color story. That's why I went ahead and bought it blindly. I know I shouldn't have done that, but you know what, I was like, okay, this color story is just so beautiful, so holiday, and again, I mean, just very pretty. Now, the palette is made in Italy. Now, you may be wondering, what are the shades that are repeated right here? So, very simple. This shade, and this shade come from the Metropolis palette, and this shade comes from Viva palette. So, we have 4 shades out of the 5 that they are repeated shades. These kind of like very deep, a little bit, I mean, it's more neutral tone brown. It's actually a new eyeshadow. So this is the only new one right here. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super excited to get a brown shade on my collection. That's I have browns everywhere. But anyhow, if you're wondering which ones are which, basically, if you have the Metropolis palette, now this palette right here was part of a limited edition launch. Now you can still actually find it in certain places. If I find it, I will put it in the description box below too. This is an amazing palette. So the shades that are repeated are this one right here, this one, and then this one right here. I have a full-on review on this palette right here, so if you want to see it, you can take a look at it. Now, from the Viva palette, the shade that is repeating is Tusk, but on this palette, on the back, this specific shade is not named as Tusk, but is named as Corrode. Now you may be wondering how I know that this shade is repeated right here. Well, NATASHA DENONA, she posted a story on her Instagram, and I really liked it because it showed exactly which are repeated shades. That's what it showed, so that's how I know. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and swatch it, do an eye look. Ooh, this is a really nice kind of greenish undertone brown. And here you go, this is the mini Metropolis palette. Now let me go ahead and swatch these ones right here. I'm gonna do the same order. And now we're gonna go to task. I'm gonna put it in both of fingers. Now I want to show to you right here, but then also right next to the one that I swatched from Mini Metropolis. They look, I mean, very similar. Perhaps there's a slight difference, but I will go with the word of NATASHA DENONA. She said it's the same shade, so it must be the same shade. And now, since I have you right here, let's go for this shade. Now, I'm gonna put it right over here. No, this is lighter than this one right here. You know what? Since I have here the Viva palette, let me go ahead and swatch Seed. And I'm gonna swatch it right over here. Yep, that is very close right there. And by the way, since I have you here, you know guys, I usually do not paint my nails this kind of color, but I received my Hermes nail polishes and I'm wearing today Orange Poppy. And I just wanted to show it to you. I think it's just such a fun color. I mean, a color that is more either summer or fall time, I think, appropriate because it has that orange, you know, undertone. But I think it's something fun and different. I just wanted to show it to you. I will be showing to you guys all the nail polishes that I got from Hermes on a upcoming haul video that I have for you guys. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get started right here with this eye look because I do have actually a meeting in like 10-15 minutes from now. So I'm going with the lighter shade, the shade Corrode. And I'm gonna apply it all over the eyelid. And I'm using the same brush that comes with this set. Now I'm going to the shade Rope and I'm applying it on the outer third of my eyelid and taking it also on my crease. Synergy Builder Pro, and I'm going to the shade Jubilé and I'm taking this shade on the outer third of the eyelid. Smith 253 brush, I'm going to the shade Blaze and I'm applying it from the inner portion of the eyelid all the way until it meets with the green shade. BK Beauty A504 and the shade Bolé. I just want to deepen out just a little bit my outer V. BK Beauty 204 brush and the shade Rope. I'm taking this shade on my lower lash line. Sonia G Flat Definer and the shade Bolé. And I'm taking this shade very close to my lower lash line. Isum S31 brush and I'm going to the lightest shade. And I'm applying these on my inner corners and also on my brow bone. Mascara, eyeliner on, and final look is done right here. I mean, what I expected from NATASHA DENONA. Great quality, great payoff, no fallout. As you were able to tell, I had my foundation, blush, bronzer already on, and I have no specks of nothing, and absolutely nothing. On this eyeshadow palette, you're truly receiving a really nice variety of textures and different formulations from these metallic, creamy shades, these matte shades right here. Honestly, the whole composition is beautiful. If we go into, okay, well, I have the Metropolis palette and the Viva palette, to me, this is an easy skip. But if you're planning for a gift to somebody, and if you're a person that has more of a minimal makeup collection, or you just like a smaller palette, which I was a person like that, and I said I was because when I became beauty content creator and I started reviewing makeup, right now my collection is just insane, and I don't say it with any pride about it. It's just, you know, because the nature of my job, reviewing makeup. But if I wasn't reviewing makeup, most likely I will have never bought something this big, and I would feel really happy with something like this. Something that give me, I mean, if you take the green shade, there you go, you have like an everyday look right here. The green is just to give you that, you know, like a special kind of shade for a special occasion, or if you like to wear greens. I mean, like, this is truly a beautiful color story. I will have to say though, I wish that Natasha Denona would have taken inspiration from her Metropolis palette and give us all different shades, completely different shades, or if she would have repeated one or two at the most, but all the rest be different. That's my humble and honest opinion, but it comes again from someone that has the Natasha Denona Metropolis and the Viva palette. So this one right here really doesn't add much to my collection, but this brown shade, which I mean, I have a ton of brown shades. Other than that, I mean, everything worked amazing, and like I said, you know, it's very versatile, because if you don't use the green shade, or if you just use it kind of like on the lash line, you know, you can do a very simplistic, kind of like between, not too neutral, but you can play between the neutral and warm tones right here to create more of a day look with a little bit of a pop of green. And then the added bonus of receiving a little brush, which it is a nice brush. I just, you know, like, it was squished because of the packaging, but regardless, as soon as I wash it, I know that I can reshape it, so that's not a big deal at all and whatsoever. Okay, my friends, now I would love to know from you, are you planning to pick up this mini Metropolis palette? Perhaps you never got either the Metropolis palette or the Viva palette, and this will be like perfect for you, or perhaps you're thinking about gifting it to somebody else. You know, let's continue the conversation on the comment section down below. And while you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I hope that you can give me that opportunity and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with family and friends, and until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.